You want to take your video's ability to the next level. So let me tell you right now how to create more captivating videos for Instagram using the 3-split screen instead of just pointing at words on the screen or adding photos to a music and let it sync. Come on. Agnes on What If You Travel for another rocking tutorial for you. Today I'm so thrilled to share this with you because I can feel your energy. You're watching this video because you want to make the difference, you want to learn something new, and this is what I love about you. You're amazing. Keep doing this. Okay, since the beginning, I posted these nice short reels to reuse clips I already had for my projects and also to create more engaging audiovisual experience for my Instagram community. And today, I'm gonna walk you through the whole process on how to shoot, how to choose your clips, how to arrange them in a 3-split screen, color grading, sound design. But before we'll jump into that, let me tell you that if you're new to this channel, this is a multi-language channel. It means that you can watch this video and all the other videos I make also in not in English, but in Spanish and in Italian. So you can learn about photography, video making, or you can just watch my adventures here in the States that I share with you in whatever language you want. First question I want to answer is, how can I use my phone to make this kind of videos? No problem. Grab your phone. Instead of using it like this, like we normally do in portrait mode, turn it horizontally and shoot the video and you're all set. Another question, hey Agnes, I do have a camera, but I mostly use it for photography and I have no idea how to adjust the settings to shoot videos. I got you. Just remember that your shutter speed has to be double the frame per second. So if you're shooting at 24 frame per second, your shutter speed should be 150. If you're shooting at 30, 160, and so on. The only thing you want to adjust if the scene that you're recording it's too dark or too bright is the ISO. Do not touch the shutter speed. Now let's create a new project in Premiere. This is not the most exciting part. There is some math to do, but stick with me. I promise it's going to be very easy for you because I already have the numbers, so you can save the preset and you don't have to worry about this anymore for your future projects. So type in the title, tell Premiere where you want to save your project, and import your videos into Premiere, not in the timeline for now. Then you go File, New Sequence, you go to Setting and set the frame size to 2160 by 1280. Why these numbers? I know the final composition size is 2160 by 3840 since Instagram Reels are vertical, but if you divide 3840 by 3, you have 1280, which is the size of each individual clip. First, we want to work on each individual clip in its own box so we don't mess up with the black space between the clips, which we don't like. And then we're going to adjust the settings again to 3840 to make it vertical. I promise this is the most efficient way to edit reels like this and save time. All right. Now save your preset so next time you'll have everything ready to go. Great, now you have a new sequence and you can start placing your clip in the timeline. And you will place the clips that you want at the bottom of your 3-split video in the first video track, the clips that you want in the middle in the second video track, and the clips you want at the top in the third video track. Set in and out points and try to create balance with what you are showing in these 3 little sections so that it's pleasing to the eyes. Now to choose what kind of clip you want to put at the top, middle, and bottom, you want to think like this. You're telling a story, so you can do beginning, middle, and the end, or wide shot, middle shot, and close up. Use your imagination. Let's now make these clips a little bigger. Left click on each clip, set to frame size, and then go to the effect control panel and scale each clip to the point where you don't see the black bars anymore. I like to go with this number. Now it's time to change the master comp, so left click on sequence setting and change it to 3840. And place each clip where it belongs. As I told you, I already have everything ready for you, so you can write right here in the clip that goes at the top 1080 by 6400 and the bottom one is 1080 by 3200. Color grading is next step. I know I haven't uploaded a tutorial about how to color grade your videos. I promise I'll work on that soon. But for now, let me tell you what is color grading, so you can try to do it and play with it by yourself. But I'm going to give you some tips anyway. You want to choose the tones of your video in order to convey emotions. But one thing is to convey emotions while still keeping the scene real. Another thing is to make the scene look like an extraterrestrial scene where everything looks green or yellow or blue or pink. That's exaggerating. What I like to do, since my videos are mainly shot in the city, is to desaturate the tones a little bit to make it feel more cinematic, especially the cold tones like the blue, cyan, and green, playing with the luminance and the hue, setting especially the blues on a cyan tone. And then if I want to achieve a more orange and teal look, I like to add more blue or cyan in the shadow area. Or if I want a more vintage look, you can add some yellow and orange in the shadow. So you can play with the color wheel and start having fun with the art of color grading motion pictures. When you're watching a movie, do you realize how many sound effects there are in a single scene? Well, they're all added in post to make you feel that that scene is real. And this is what you can also try to do in your videos. All the music and the sound effects that I use are mostly from Epidemic Sound. This video is not sponsored by Epidemic Sound, by the way, but I wish it was. But if you want to try it for free for 1 month, you can use the link that I'm sharing in the description below and then decide to subscribe or not. You can also go to their homepage or use their links. The only difference if you use my link is that if then you decide to subscribe to Epidemic Sound, I will also get 1 free month. So if you like what I do and you want to show some appreciation, also because I don't get paid to make these videos on YouTube, not yet. So this would be a very nice way to do so. Anyway, what I like to do is creating an ambience with different layers of sound. So if I'm showing a video about city life, I will go first with some light traffic sound and then some car passing by, horns, people chatting on the sidewalk, fire truck sirens, police sirens. If there are people walking, I will also add some footsteps, and you want to make the sound match with what is going on in the scene. If it's a sunny day, you can also add some birds chirping, even if there is no birds chirping at all in the scene that you shot, but that will help the viewer to feel the moment. If it's a slow motion scene that you're working on, slow down the speed of your sound effects so you can have a more dreamy atmosphere. Handy tip, you can fade in and fade out each sound effect in your ambience that you're creating so that you have a gradual transition between the different sounds and make it feel more realistic and not feeling the cut. Background music, yes, definitely yes, but remember to lower the volume a few decibels so people can hear the sound design that you created too. Let's export this project, set export to in and out points. Make sure you have these settings selected, and we're going to choose VBR1, increasing the bitrate to 100 to avoid losing quality. Your reel is ready for Instagram. I hope you found this useful. If you have any kind of question, let me know. I'm here for you. I'm going to work on my next videos as promised. And in the meanwhile, if you want, you can watch this short film I made to give voice to many people's thoughts and feelings about social medias and society. It's pretty straightforward. I warned you. Enjoy it.